What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends. Another Friday, end of a long week. It is Free to Play Friday. We are just finishing up some Doom Tower here. On tonight's episode, we are on, I believe this is floor 90 with the Nether Spider. This is on the normal tower on the free to play account, so we're just kind of running through here, making our way up before we take on hard. Should be later on next week sometime we start getting into the hard tower once we get normal finished. Really, no problem finishing this boss up here. We've got Drexlar in here to just basically burn everybody down with the HP burn, and then we essentially have 3 cleansers and Seal of the Drakes. So, pretty easy and fun team for this boss. Lots of healing, lots of cleansing, a little bit of poison, and then basically just Drexlar's HP burn to help us take care of things. So, we should get this done here in just a minute, and there we go. So, got some 4-star chickens, which is good because we do need those for the current fragment event that is going on. It is champion training right now, so we got to make sure we grab those and use those to build up some champions. Let me see if we want to try. Don't know if we can actually do this one yet, but let's see if we... I don't know if I've finished the secret room yet or not, but let's try it. We at least have double revive now, so we should be able to maybe make some headway with that, but we'll see what happens. Let's make sure we target Molly here just to make sure we're not going to have to worry about her reviving anybody. And probably take out these Gala long braids so she doesn't snowball. So far, no problems here on the first wave. I just can't remember if we've beat this secret room yet, but I'm pretty sure we've done all of them on this one. I think as long as you finish Dwarf Faction Wars, you can pretty much get through this secret room, no problem. You should have champions that are built well enough to get through it. So we got Tormund here. Tormund is always annoying. Let's see if we just get rid of Trunda here. I'd like to see Mountain King get going here. He isn't relentless, so it'd be nice to see him just get a bunch of extra turns. Alright, we got rid of Trunda, that's good. Tormund is down. Reason our Mountain King, I know they got increased defense up, he's just not hitting very hard here. Alright, there we go, get him out of here. That's a weak hit, Ragnar, come on buddy. I don't know what you're doing there. Alright, there we go. Come on Mountain King, let's get some extra turns here and get this going. I want to be here all night. Steal those buffs. Alright, come on, let's get rid of this guy. They're getting through it slowly but surely. There we go. Alright, make sure we take out Molly here first. But yeah, so been a pretty long week. Actually, it was a short week at work because we were off Monday. But then it wound up being super busy, so it feels like still that it was a full week. So that's always, it's good and bad. It's good because it makes the week go by fast. It's bad because it takes up a little bit of extra time and just kind of wears you out a little bit. But we've at least got some new stuff going on in Raid. The new patch just dropped. We've got the vault improvements, some of the champion buffs. We've got the Kale skin coming into the game at some point. And we have the new Fragment champion, the Tomb Dragon guy, which we're going to go for on this account. He shouldn't be too hard to get for the free to play. Honestly not sure where I'm going to use him other than maybe Hydra at this point, because we already have some good HP burners on the account. We've got a 15-second Spider 25 team with Sissia and Akoth, so we've already got some decent AoE HP burners. We've also got Cupidus, who just got buffed recently. We're going to be building him up for Clan Boss and Hydra, so we're going to have no shortage of HP burners on this account. But the Fragment events are usually pretty easy to get. They're a little bit easier than a traditional fusion, so I don't think we'll have any problems getting that on the free-to-play, considering how easily we were able to finish Helicath. Alright, so we got our kill shards there. So what I'm going to do now is we've got our energy from the promo code today. If you guys haven't used that yet, it's just return. This is a promo code. It's going to give you like 999 energy, some auto battles, and then you're going to be able to also get some XP boost through that. So what I'm going to do, it is Dragon. There's a Dragon event. So I'm going to go ahead. We have super raids going on, which is great. And I'm going to do... trying to think here of how many exactly we can get in here, since it does cost a little bit extra when you run the super raids, but you do at least get the double loot, which is nice. So we got about 800 energy. We can probably do about 25 of these, I'm thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this auto battle. We're going to sell everything that's not 6-star, because on this account at this point we don't really want anything that's not 6-star gear. So we'll be selling some stuff, getting some silver. I'm going to go ahead and start up the auto battles here. We'll let this play through, and when we get back, we'll see if we've got any decent gear, and if we went up the leaderboards a little bit in the Dragon tournament, which is where you can get some fragments right now. I did play a little bit of this earlier today while I was at work. I was kind of running the game in the background, so we worked our way up the Dragon tournament a little bit. We were, I think, 2 nodes away from getting the first 5 fragments. And then once we get that done, we've got to go into champion training pretty hard, because champion training is always kind of tough, and we actually are in a position here on this account where we really don't have a whole lot of food right now. I'm kind of waiting till tomorrow. Tomorrow is the champion chase. We'll be going on fully, and we'll be able to go ahead and start pulling some shards for that. I don't know how many we're going to pull. We've got a pretty good amount saved up after Helicath. We've been kind of in recovery mode. And Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss has been pretty good to us. I think we've got 4 Sacred Shards since the Helicath Fusion ended, so we're going to have a pretty good start on the Summon Rush, which is what we've basically been saving those. Sacred's 4. It is 2x Void, so we're going to see if we can get anything from those as well and see how many we may pull. We want to conserve really as many shards as we can for the Summon Rush, since we get points based on pulling shards. They're not based on the champions that we get. So we'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and let this run through. I'll be back in just a little bit. We'll take a look at the gear and then see how we're going to go into this fragment event over the weekend. Alright guys, we're all done. We finished up our 25 auto battles here on the Dragon. I do apologize now if I'm a little bit out of breath. I actually went and got in a quick bike ride while I was waiting on this. It took about 25 minutes, so I figured just go get my nightly cardio out of the way before this is over with. Get to come back and hopefully see that we got some decent gear, see some okay looking pieces here. Hopefully we got some good substats. I was actually hoping these would be crit rate, because I do need a set of crit rate gauntlets in this set for Fane. I think I'll go ahead and keep these just in case I need them for somebody on the Clan Boss team. At some point I do want to be able to move some people into crit damage gloves. These are kind of useless. This is useless. Nothing good there. No speed on the speed piece, so we're going to get rid of it. Flat HP is no good. We're not really interested in rare stuff at this point. Okay, we did get a speed. I could do double speed roll. Hang on to that. Okay, no accuracy or speed. These could be okay, and it's a best set that I probably wouldn't use, but we might be able to find that a home somewhere. We'll hang on to those. If it rolls like triple speed, that'd be pretty good. Attack boots with nothing decent. So it looks like most of this is going to just be sold. We did get an ancient shard though, I do see, which is kind of cool. So that's good. That'll be helpful for the shard events coming up that we need to pull for points. Alright, so let's check and see where we stand now. Let's get that out of here. So we got a gem there. Looks like we're in 4th place right now in the tournament. But all I really wanted to do was finish up and get the fragments, because if we get that done, okay, good. We're fine. We're finished with that. We actually are pretty close to getting the epic book, so we'll probably go ahead and do that as well. Now, we'll have to see how this runs over the next 2 days if we want to try to push up and get some extra fragments. I don't really think we're going to need them. I think we're going to finish this fragment champion either way, but we kind of just wanted to go up and grab those. And let's take a look and see how we're doing on shards. As I mentioned earlier, see, we got 4 sacreds here. This is kind of what's been nice about being able to 3-key Ultra Nightmare basically every day now, is we have been getting pretty lucky. On the drops, we got quite a few sacred shards now. We had a couple to pull for the last fusion, and since then we've gotten 4 more, so that's pretty good. Now, this is why I was saying I probably am not going to pull on Void 2X, because we've only got 11 of those, and these are worth more points in the Summon Rush, so I don't know what we're going to do for Champion Chase. I don't know if I have anybody. Yeah, I don't really have anybody here that we can pull for points. Normally I'd have at least one person in the Summon Portal, but I pulled one of them during the last event. You know, we could make, looks like we could, maybe not. So we would need to get a Huntress there, but we could maybe make a Broadmaw. So I don't know what we're going to do for Champ Chase. We're going to have to figure something out in terms of how we're going to score points there, but we may wind up having to pull some shards. We'll see what happens there. Let's see what else we got going on. We got champion training. We're going to have to hit this pretty hard over the weekend too. This is generally a little bit more difficult, but we're working our way up toward the 5 there. We can get to the 10 here as well. I want to make sure I get both of these sets so that we don't have to worry about missing out a little bit later on. I think you have to do pretty much almost every event except one. I think there's 105 available total from the events and tournaments, not counting if you win any of them. So you could only really miss 5 in one place. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do there. Like I said, we're somewhat close to the dragon at the top right now. We're in 4th place. Maybe we think about trying to push that if we can get champion training done at a decent time. But that's pretty much where we stand right now. And I was saying we kind of almost need to pull champions though, because if we go into Tavern here, we've gotten plenty of brews stored up. We do have a barrel as well, but we just don't have any food. I've got some 40s that I pre-made that I was going to try to roll into some 5 stars, but we need some 4-star chickens. As of right now, I'm pretty. Oh, I got 2 from. Oh, that's from Doom Tower tonight. Okay, cool. So we did get 2 of those and 2 3-star chickens. So we're at a point where we can make a couple things, but we're going to need to pull at least some uncommon and rare champions, maybe to go ahead and start rolling those up to make some food for champ training. So that's kind of where we are right now. I don't think really anything has changed too much with champions. I never really did do much on Helicath. We're still kind of working on his masteries, I think. He's somewhere in here. I don't know where he ran off to. We haven't really been able to progress faction wars at all since last week, because it's just been factions that I've already finished that are opening up. But yeah, see, we still got his other 2 here to do, so we got to work on that. We got a couple things we got to work on, but we're kind of like in fragment champion mode right now. We're not really focused too much on building anybody out. And let's see, what I think, didn't we start a project earlier today? Let me see. I've got a Vergis already built, but I do use him all over the place. I actually pulled a second Vergis a while back, and I do want to kind of build him out to eventually be solo for Scarab King in hard Doom Tower. So I'm just going to copy the build I did on my main account. It shouldn't be too difficult. And we also did bring Zelata up to 5 stars. I kind of need some support for Undead. My Undead faction is okay, but they're not good enough right now to be able to finish the last 2 stages of Faction War, so I'm hoping bringing him in for a little bit of healing. He does have some sleep and some other mechanics in his kit that should be able to help us out, so we're going to try him at 5 stars. That's what we've mainly been doing on most of the Faction Wars, is trying to beat as many as we can just using 5-star champions, and we kind of want to limit the number of 6 stars we have to use or have to commit to building. So that's kind of where we are on that. But yeah, really not much has changed on the Faction War front. We're really close. We're about 40 stars away from finally getting Lydia, so just another thing to work on. We did build up a good amount of silver for artifact enhancement whenever it does pop up here for the Fragment event. But that's kind of where we are. Clan vs. Clan, we did win, I believe, 3 artifacts. Nothing to write home about, but I did finish magic crit damage, and then I'm working on magic defense now, which is going to be my next 10, because we have to do, I think, 5 level 10s for this set of Vermonti missions we're on. And we do kind of need to work on our magic a little bit, because Spirit clan boss is actually our worst clan boss, so getting some more HP and defense in the magic is going to help us on that strong affinity there. So it's kind of where we are, guys. But that's going to do it for this episode of Free to Play Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys are looking forward to having a good weekend. If you're going after the Fragment Champion, I wish you guys the best of luck in going through all your events. As always, if you have any questions about anything you saw in the episode, feel free to leave it down below, and I'll do my best to get you an answer as soon as I can. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.